Welcome back to Mud Lake Ranch. Today we're here with a review on the Freedare Saiga. This is a 750 watt fat tire e-bike that was sent to the channel for review, and we've really put this thing through its paces. The Freedare Saiga is proven to be capable on all sorts of terrain. We've driven this thing up steep inclines that I did not expect it to be able to handle, and it motored up them with absolutely no problem. They boast a 90-mile range with this bike if you're using pedal assist. We didn't quite achieve that in eco mode. It does have 3 modes of transportation: eco mode, normal mode, and sport mode. So sport mode would be for a little snappier start. In the eco mode, I really enjoy the throttle response is a lot smoother and less jerky. It's more comfortable for newer riders and lets you launch at a very comfortable pace. But if you really want to have a quick pickup, go with your sport mode. Let's talk about the bike. First up, the saddle here is a leather saddle from Sail Royale. I don't know if that's a well-known brand or not. I am not a bicycle expert, but I am a leisure rider and a camper. Up front, the grips are wide, soft, and comfortable. Brakes are easy to access. The brakes are hydraulic disc brakes, and they run off of mineral oil if you ever have to do any of that type of maintenance. It runs 7-speed Shimano gear shift system. So Shimano is a name that all of us are familiar with. It has aluminum alloy front forks that are adjustable, so you can adjust your ride to the terrain that you are on. I don't mess with them too much. I keep them pretty soft because I don't like to feel the bumps as much. Dead center up front here, you have an LCD screen that gives you your speed, your odometer, your tripometer. We have over 500 miles on this bike so far. We're up to 544 miles on the Freedare Saiga. Over to the left side of the LCD screen, you have your control panel here. This allows you to adjust your ride settings, your headlight, turn the vehicle on or off, and has your information button there. One of the coolest things about this bike is that it is GPS enabled through cellular signals, of 4G chips in this thing, so you can track the bike. That's an anti-theft system. When the bike is moved, I get an alert on my phone that notifies me e-bike has been moved, so that I know if my kids at home have even just rolled it a little bit, it doesn't even have to be on, and I will get that alert, which is fantastic if you're concerned about bike theft. Now, if they've taken it, you can actually track them through the GPS in your phone. So you simply open up the phone, tap on your bike, because it has either add a bike or your bike selected. Select your bike, and then select find my bike, or go get my bike, whatever, go find my bike, and you can track your bike to its pinpoint location, and which I've demonstrated just here. We had it at camp. The signal here, the cell signal here, is absolutely horrible, and we can't get much. We don't get very good coverage at all. We can't text or watch videos or anything on the cellular. We do have Wi-Fi at the campsite, but the bike was still locatable, which was really awesome. You can pedal and ride the e-bike like a regular bike, so that if you run out of battery, you can pedal it, you can shift, and it runs just like an e-bike, just a little heavier. These things come in at 79 pounds. And as you can see, it's an ample frame. It has a really wide, like a bold, thick, tough looking stance. These that don't look like the dinky little fold up e-bikes. These things look like something you want to take hunting or on a camping trip, and that they're going to support your weight. They're going to support the abuse that you give it. This supports riders from 5'6" to 6'5". My son, who's well below 5'6", 5 foot even, I think he is. He's 12. He rides this bike non-stop. So 6'5" to 5'6" to 6'5" is your rider heights, but you can go a little lower or higher. That's just a recommendation. Up to a 330-pound individual can ride this bike, and if they do, and just like me, we should probably be pedaling a bit more to help take a few of those lbs off. Mirror doesn't come with it, but you can add this on as an extra item. The fender kit does not come with it. I would recommend that you do add it. I rode the bike without fenders in snow, and it just gave me a skunk tail of wet, snowy water. So if you're not riding in dry conditions, you definitely want fenders. even just to protect you from any type of dirt, debris, water, mud puddles, or whatever, you're going to want to add that fender kit. It probably should just come with it. Features Kenda tires, which are a brand name tire, and that's a nice touch, so that you know you're getting more quality with the bike. It has a traditional fat tire e-bike tread pattern, which is aggressive. It can power you through rocks and dirt and grass. And it runs just as fine on the highway. We keep this thing on blacktop quite a bit outside of riding around the campground. Seat is adjustable, bars are adjustable. Those measurements are available on their website. It does freewheel fine. I have another e-bike that does not freewheel backwards very well at all. It actually catches up, and I don't know why. Features 2 reflectors in the spokes to help with your visibility, as well as this band around both tires. The white band here is in a reflective material, so this thing is extremely visible in dark conditions. Up front here we have a headlight. You can manually turn the light on here, but it also has a photo eye, so this light actually turns on by itself. I was riding around the loop last night and that actually caught me off guard. I was out in the open, light was off. When I entered a darker area, I witnessed the light turning on, and then exiting that area, I witnessed the light turning off. Light on and off is also indicated on the LCD screen, so you have no question if it's on or off while you're riding in the daylight conditions. At the rear, your taillight here is not wired into the bike, which is probably one of my only negatives on this entire bicycle. This e-bike is outstanding, but you have to remember to turn the light on, and you also have to remember to turn the light off by the switch that's under the back of the rear light. And I do recommend riding with lights on in daylight and at night, just for your own safety and visibility to other drivers. This light is extremely bright. You're going to want to make sure that you position it down so that you're not blinding other riders or motorists. I also added this phone holder. It does not come with the bike. You can upgrade your e-bike to add phone holders and all sorts of other cool things like seat stems and your mirrors. These were both off of Amazon, and I'll leave links to these, but you can also get them right with your Freedare package. Powered by a 750 watt class 2 motor. This thing boasts speeds up to 28 miles per hour, and I assure you it does 28 no problem with any size rider, and it does cap out at that, and that's due to the class 2 regulation. Many states have a requirement they can't go over 30. In New York State, you can only ride these bikes on roads with speeds posted 30, I believe 30 or less. You're not allowed to ride them on the highway, but they are certainly capable, and I would love to see what these could do if you could unlock them. Your charging port is on the side, on the left side. You're gonna want to make sure that's capped when you're not charging it. You can take the battery out using a key on the left side here, which locks the battery in. The battery can be charged in the bike, or you can remove it and charge it inside your dwelling or whatever you're doing. They are what's it called? I think it's class 5 waterproof. I don't remember. They are waterproof to an extent. I have washed this bike previously because it's been beat, it's been run through the mud, it's been run through the snow, and I'm trying to keep it clean, but right now we're at a campground and I can't really clean her up too well at a campground. The disc brakes are fantastic. I think at 550 miles, I'm getting a little bit of a squeak now, and I'm gonna have to examine these pads to see if they need to be changed out. My kid hits the brakes frequently and quite hard and doesn't understand that you should slow down when you're approaching where you're stopping and not just get there at 28 miles per hour and try to come to a complete stop. The brakes are, I don't know if they're anti-lock. I probably should look that up, but you can really peg these brakes and you're not going to fly over the handlebars. It's a great feature because if you're riding downhill and you want to come to a stop swiftly, say something were to run in front of you, if you peg both the brakes or even just the front brake by mistake, they are smart in that they don't lock up the front wheel so that you head over the handlebars. Do not test that. Do not try that. Just take my word for that. It's got a very generous kickstand here to keep this thing from tipping over. And although it has a very generous kickstand, somehow this bike got knocked over while charging and broke the charging cord. So I had to, you can purchase aftermarket stuff for these bikes, so you can rest easy knowing that. We're gonna go through a list of all the crap that my kid broke on this bike so far. First up, the charging cord, which we just discussed. I believe they are around $79, maybe $60 on the Freedare website. Not all e-bike chargers are interchangeable. I tried to charge this with another one and they do not have compatible plugs. So I ordered a new one. They did give me a discount because I'm an influencer and reviewing the bike, but I did have to pay for it because it was our own negligence that broke it. What else have we broken on this bike? We've lost one screw out of the fender, which luckily I had a screw somehow at camp. My dad had a screw that fit the fender screw hole, so we were able to reattach that so it wasn't dangling. My kid rolled it one of the first days we had it, not because he's the worst rider. He hit a tree that fell on the road to the lake, a dirt road, hit it. I think he was trying to jump over it with wheelies, but on that occurrence he broke the bell, which is no longer existent on the bike. It's nice to have to warn people in front of you for passing, like, you know, instead of having to yell, hey, get out of the way, you can ding the little bell. It's much more less intrusive. The mirror that was aftermarket is also bent because of him rolling the bike. The left brake handle is also bent from him rolling the bike. What else did I have to order on this thing? Charger, fenders, oh, the throttle. And then the most recent break was a completely different wreck. He was trying to drive this over a driveway mix pile that I was repairing our driveway, and you drop a load of driveway stone in front of a 12-year-old boy with an e-bike, they're going to try to drive over it. And he rolled the bike, broke the throttle. I tried buying an aftermarket one on Amazon and it did not work. The plugs actually did plug together but did not work this bike. Don't know why. I returned it, got my refund, and I ordered from Freedare. It took longer to get here because it did have to come through customs. It was around 35, 40 bucks, not a big deal to get the bike back on the road, and it did make it here very quickly. They do promise 7 to 15 day delivery on the bike when you order. I believe they already sit in stateside so they can get to you. They are available in gray and black. The LCD screen is very, very visible, and if you have an issue reading it, it's because you're wearing probably polarized sunglasses, because polarized sunglasses and LCD screens do not mix. This one I can see pretty well. Another e-bike I have it looks completely black when I look at it with glasses on. We're at 529 miles on this bike at this time. So overall review of the bike, I love the ride. I believe we didn't talk about pedal assist. The pedal assist in this bike is extremely responsive and smooth. It doesn't have any herky-jerky motion. It really follows you well. So when you start to pedal, it picks up and helps you along, and it helps you along like really at the speed that you're trying to travel. You pedal harder, it works harder. It adjusts for terrain, so you work harder to get up a hill, it works harder to pull you up that hill. So pedal assist is outstanding. If you do decide to purchase one of these bikes, use code MUD200. It'll get you $200 off. Hopefully the code's still active while you're watching this. If it's yours from now, I apologize. But currently, MUD200 is $200 off at Freedare. When you pick up your bike, I recommend you add the fender kits. Mirrors are important to see behind you, so pick those up. Phone holder is cool. We didn't talk about it, but it does have ride tracking, so you can actually map your rides within the app. In addition to having the app for theft detection, it also has ride mapping and ride tracking that you can check out your bike from the Freedare app. The bike is also lockable by adding a password so that nobody can ride the bike in a motorized method, or no kid can get on it and have the throttle work until they input the password. And it's a 4-digit password, I believe. That's what I had on initially. Right now it's unlocked so that anybody that hops on this thing is able to run it, but you can set a password using your keypad over here. You push both plus and minus, and that gets you into the information area. Anyway, I recommend the bike, and for me it's at an 8.5 out of 10. Really didn't like that the back light is not wired in and that's battery operated. I mean, when you got a battery this size on a bike, it's ideal to have the thing wired into the bike. The LCD screen is fantastic. The Shimano gear shifts are fantastic. The hydraulic disc brakes are outstanding. I love them. I love that when you hammer on the front brake, it's smart enough to not throw you overboard. If you do have to do any maintenance on this thing, I'll leave a link in the description when I finish it, but I'm going to do a FYI on e-bike maintenance, things to look for, how to fix things, and things that can go wrong that you can repair on these bikes. So anyway, check out the Freedare Saiga. The ride is fantastic. The tires are fantastic. The stability and responsiveness of this bike are to be enjoyed. I absolutely love this thing. The 8.5 out of 10 is a good score. It's not me being a jerk. There's just a couple of small things like not coming with fenders out the box, and having the back rack is also a great option. I have one on a different bike, and the back rack is a great thing to have, especially if you're running to the store, or even you can mount a basket on the front of these things too, if you need things for storage. The basket is not visibly attractive to me, but if you're using this thing for utility, like hunting, fishing, camping, or running to your grocery store, the front basket's going to be a must-have. The rear rack's going to be a must-have, but they come bare bones without the fenders, all that stuff. So you want to check out all those things. They have other cool stuff like trailers and waterproof covers for these bikes. I like that this bike is waterproof. I had probably mentioned earlier, but I have hosed this thing down. You're supposed to remove the battery. I didn't, but I didn't read that until after. But anyway, if you found this video useful, helpful, or interesting, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe.